Everyone. My name is Cheryl Colson. I'm the coordinator of student engagement at Culver-Stockton College in Canton, Missouri. I'm here today to talk about students getting involved on campus. Again, my name is Cheryl Colson, and I'm the coordinator of student engagement. I'm also the fraternity and sorority life advisor. My office is located in the Gladys Crown Student Center in the Student Life Office, which is number 215. Why should students get involved on campus? Getting involved in clubs and organizations and going to activities on campus helps build friendships. I know that for me, being part of a club in college created lifelong friendships for me. I am still going on trips around the world with those friends that I met as part of a club in college. So being able to build those friendships and make Culver feel like home is a great reason to get involved in things on campus. Being involved also helps create leadership skills. You have opportunities to be president, vice president, captain, secretary, all those different types of things in these organizations that you can then use on your resume. I know that I always list that I was been president and vice president, treasurer of the different clubs, fundraising, marketing of the different organizations that I've been a part of. Those really show those leadership skills, time management skills as well. When you're having to juggle school as well as sports and clubs and organizations, you really learn to use your time efficiently. So you get things done in the time that you have to get those things done so that you're successful in all your different areas. Being involved also helps with retention. If you feel home and part of the campus, you're more likely to stay and finish out that degree. You also might be introduced to things that you never knew existed or new things that you might become interested in, which could open new doors along the way throughout life. How can you get involved on our campus? Well, first thing that's going to happen is Wildcat Welcome. That's going to happen right away. That first couple days when they get to campus, August 21st through the 24th, we're going to have several different things happening on campus. We'll have Play Fair, which is the ultimate icebreaker, where we play a bunch of different icebreaker games with the incoming students so they can get to know each other. We're going to have an activity called the Great Game, where it's kind of like a Pokemon Go throughout campus, where it takes you to different places. And you learn about those areas with your team. So not only are you learning about the campus, but you're also getting to know those fellow students who are just coming to Culver for the first time as well. We'll also have a big volunteer day that we call Everyone Doing More, where we volunteer throughout the city of Canton to really merge that relationship between the college and the community. And then we'll have a big grill on the hill on Sunday before classes start on Monday, where all of our new and returning students will be on campus and we'll all come together for a big barbecue on the quad. You can also join different student organizations. Here in a little bit, I'll show you all the different student orgs that we have on our campus that you could potentially get involved in. And there's also always the opportunity to create new student organizations. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later as well. Fraternities and sororities will have Russian recruitment happening the second and third weekend in September. So if that's something that your student is interested in, you can definitely be a part of that. Student government, our student government puts on activities all throughout campus. They do a bingo night every month. They do a formal dance in the winter time. They put on town halls to get student opinions from everyone. SGA is really active on our campus, and the president is even a voting member of our board of trustees. So another way to really get leadership in our community as well. Intramural sports are a great way to get involved. We have all kinds of different intramural sports, from softball to kickball, cornhole, basketball. We've got all different things happening down at our Mabee Center and out on their fields for intramural sports. And a lot of times, students will put their own teams together and enter those teams into our intramural brackets, or you can be what we call a free agent, where if you don't have a team, that's okay. You just give us your name and information, and we'll make sure that you get on a team for whatever sport that you're interested in. We also have all kinds of activities on our campus to be a part of. I already mentioned bingo night. We also have bonfires and open mic night, field day. There's lots of giveaways happening on campus. You never know what student life is going to be putting on, but there's always something happening to get involved in and be a part of. You just have to pay attention to the communication that's out there and make sure you're stopping by and participating in whatever activities happening on campus. We also have our fine arts program. So we put on several plays throughout the year. We have several art shows throughout the year as well. So that's another way to get involved. You can go to the different sports games on campus. Our population is over 80% athletes, and we have tons of different sports from women's lacrosse to men's volleyball, football, men's and women's basketball. There's always stuff happening when it comes to athletics. So go out to a game, cheer on your fellow Wildcats at one of those sports games. We're also looking for a new mascot. We're looking for a Wildcat Willie. There's even a scholarship available for that position. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you check out Instagram on the Wildcat Cheers site and apply for that possibility. Again, you can be involved in leadership roles on campus, like SGA. You could also become a Wildcat Welcome Leader your second year. So I talked a little bit about our Wildcat Welcome that's coming up. We have students throughout our campus who are older students who've been here for at least a year. And they really work with those new students in groups to help make sure they have everything that they need and they're feeling comfortable on our campus. Again, I talked about the clubs and organizations having leaders within their groups, the different roles that you can hold with that. And then on fraternities and sororities, we have our IFC and Panhill councils, which are over all of our fraternities and sororities. So there's an opportunity to have leadership roles there. You could also potentially get a student job on campus. So there are lots of different offices that are hiring. Our dining services hires between 175 and 200 workers every year. So if that's something you're interested in, you would just drop by wherever you're interested in working and ask them if they have any jobs available. And they will let you know if you can apply or if there's anything open at that time. Like I mentioned, we have all kinds of different clubs and organizations on our campus. Here is a list of some of the organizations that we have right now. So we've got our art club, our Black Student Union, our campus programming council. They put on different programs throughout our campus. Our Red Cross Club, Diversity, our International Student Organization, Psychology Club, Self Kindness Crew, our Student Government Association, our Wildcat Athletic Council, Wildcat Network, which is our radio broadcasting club here at the college, and Women of Promise. And these are just a few that are active right now, but there is always opportunity to start new clubs and organizations. You just have to stop by the Student Life office and come see me, and I'll tell you everything you need to do to start a new club or organization on our campus. We also have several honor societies active on our campus right now. We have the Alpha Pi Science Club, Beta 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 Biology Club, Biological Society, the Phi Alpha Theta, and the Psi Chi Club. So all those are different honor societies that we have on our campus. And then we also have our fraternities and sororities. So our In-Fraternity Council is consistent of members of Alpha Tau Omega, Delta Upsilon, Lambda Chi Alpha, Tau Kappa Epsilon are all part of the IFC. And then we have our Panhellenic Council for the sororities. And the organizations included with that are Chi Omega, Sigma Kappa, and Sigma Sigma Sigma. We also have the National Panhellenic Council, where we have Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. So those are the fraternities and sororities that are active on our campus right now. So if that's something you're interested in, then maybe look a little more into each of those and figure out which one might be of interest to you. During our recruitment and rush weeks, we do that for our IFC and our Panhellenic Council. And you do get to visit all of those houses to find out what they're each about during those weeks. So you'll be able to get more information if you're interested in that. And no pressure. You could go through recruitment and decide not to be a part of that. But if it is something that interests you, you might as well just take a look. If you're looking for more organizations or where you can find more information about those organizations, stop by the Student Life office, which is in the Gladys Crown Center, and visit me in Office 215. We'll also have a student involvement fair the very first week of school where all of those clubs and organizations, the fraternities and sororities, will have tables set up outside on our quad, and you'll be able to walk around and ask questions, get information, put your name and number down or email address down that you're interested, and they'll be able to send you more information on each of their organizations. Again, I talked about fraternity and sorority, Russian recruitment. That'll be in September. Wildcats Connect. I'll talk about that a little bit more later, but that is where all of our information and all of our groups and all of our organizations are housed. So all of our staff, faculty, and students have access to Wildcats Connect, and you'll be able to get in there and see all the things that are going on campus and all the ways to get involved. Social media is also another way to find out different orgs to join. You might have classmates that are in different organizations and they'll be able to let you know what they're a part of. Maybe if you're on in athletics, one of your teammates might share with you what clubs or organizations they're involved in. In your dorms, maybe other Wildcats on your floor are involved and they can let you know what organizations they're a part of. Like I said earlier, too, you can also create your own club or organization through the student engagement office. So you just stop by and see me, and I'll walk you through all the steps, how many members you need, the constitution you have to create, and all the things like that to create your own student org. We have several that are in the process of getting started up for the next school year. We have an information technology club that is interested in starting. We have an American vet club that's interested in getting started. So hopefully they can get a few more members and they'll be active on our campus next year as well. But I'm happy and open to help you create any of your own student orgs here on the Culver-Stockton campus. Um, Activities. So Student Life has all kinds of activities happening on campus. We do have a widely used Instagram page. Our QR code and handle are right there for our Instagram page. I suggest that all the parents and students follow to find out what's going on here on campus. Again, you can stop by the office to find out what activities are happening. Wildcats Connect is going to have all those activities listed. I send out a weekly email every Monday morning that comes out with all of the different activities that are happening on campus. There are digital monitors and TVs throughout our campus that have the flyers of the events that are going on our campus. There is also paper flyers hung throughout the buildings with all the activities that are happening. Culver has lots of different social media from Instagram to Facebook to Snapchat that you can see what's happening. And again, like I said, our Student Life Instagram is going to be a great way to find out what's happening on campus. Okay, Wildcats Connect. So this app is available for all students, faculty, and staff will have access to this. Unfortunately, if you're not one of those members, you won't have access to Wildcats Connect in the same way. But as a parent, you can go to csc.campusgroups.com and you can see the groups and events. When you go to this site, I've got a QR code right here for that. Don't click sign in because you won't have a username and password to sign in because you're not a student, faculty, or staff. However, if you click on events or groups up at the top, you'll be able to see all the different things that are happening on campus. There's a few events on there right now, but they'll continue to grow and things are always being added on there. So if you're interested, take a look at Wildcats Connect and your student will have access to that very soon. As soon as we get all of our new students in, that access will be sent out to them as soon as possible. I'd also like to make sure you know about all of our other Culver Connection sessions that are on our website under the Parents tab, the Parents and Families section on the website. All these are recorded sessions. We've got taking care of business, academic matters, living and dining on campus, supporting your student athletes, student health and well-being, commuter student success, and of course, this video, getting involved. So if you have questions about any of those other categories, make sure you check those out on our website. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video today, and I'm always here if you have any questions. Again, my name is Cheryl Colson, and there is my email address right there on the screen, ccolson@culver.edu. You can call campus. My extension is 6719. And again, I'm in the Gladys Crown Student Center in the Student Life Office, number 215. Again, I really appreciate you watching this video about how to get involved on the Culver-Stockton College campus, and I very much look forward to meeting you and your students this fall at Culver-Stockton College. Thank you.